First of all, the way that my undergraduate education has helped is that I studied economics, and New York City is in the middle of a financial crisis. And I studied with really the guy who was kind of the godfather of urban economics. I never thought that that class would be as impactful, but I think it will help me in thinking about the economic factors that affect the way that a city is developed, the way that a city's budget is balanced, all those sorts of things, which are very relevant to being the mayor of New York City right now, because we have a big, giant hole in our budget. How can you, as a leader of a city as big and as diverse as New York City, be effective if you don't understand the struggles of your people? And I would say the struggles that I've had have been very personal, and maybe they're not, maybe they haven't been economic, but they're struggles nevertheless. And I think you have to have an understanding of what it's like to be dealt a blow that you feel like you have no control over, and recover from that. It's hard. And we're in a situation now where so many people have lost their jobs in New York City because of the COVID lockdowns and policies that have kept small businesses, which are basically the backbone of New York City's economy, closed. And you have to have some understanding of what those people are going through. They're thinking about, where's my next meal coming from? They're not thinking about, they're not thinking about, well, Subway doesn't work that well in my neighborhood. They're thinking about how do they feed their family? And I think you have to have some perspective and some ability to really understand that. So most of the 30 people who are running are running as Democrats, and I'm running as a Republican and as an independent. So that's the first way I'm distinguishing myself, because I think there are only 3 or 4 other people who are considering running as Republicans. And while first of all, I respect anybody who has a willingness to serve, but I think that New York City is like we started this conversation, New York City is in the middle of a financial crisis, and my specialty is investing in troubled situations. And investing in troubled situations really means you have to get in the weeds in a company or a municipality and figure out kind of what's good, what's bad, what can change, what can't change. And the city of New York needs crisis management right now. And I don't see one candidate who is qualified with a crisis management skill set. I don't think that most of the other candidates are talking about enough about this root problem of socioeconomic mobility, that it has the stagnation of socioeconomic mobility, which has plagued New York for decades now. Just do it. You have to just do it. There's no other way. And you have to be prepared for the time commitment, and you have to have real conviction that you are the right person at the right time, because there are so many things that get thrown at you that make you go, oh my God, why in the world did I decide to do this? And if you have that sense of conviction about why you're doing it, then you stand firm. I think that the biggest challenge that New York City faces today is that New York City is no longer competitive with other cities in America. Basically, the cost of doing everything is exaggerated. We have an element of crime. We have an element of, we need to get back to, like I said, picking up the garbage, policing our streets, doing sort of the basics of what government is supposed to do. When you think about what is government's job in people's lives, right? And I would say that one of the jobs of government is to take care of those who cannot take care of themselves. I love New York City. I think that there's no other place like New York City in the United States. There's no other place where you can, you have everything that you could ever want within walking distance. I mean, it's amazing. And you can be anonymous, or you can be in the middle of everything at the same time. You always have the option to reinvent yourself. I mean, it is a fantastic city where you can, or you used to be able to be, whatever you wanted. And so we just have to make sure that we are providing the opportunity to every New Yorker to be whatever they want.